Hello, this is Voister News. Electrolux is ranked as the world's second largest appliance manufacturer and have for many years worked hard to decrease the impact of their climate footprint. In order to reach the goal, quality data is essential.
Our ambition as a company is to be climate neutral and be a circular business. So when it comes to climate neutral, there we look at our data center and also our cloud solutions. When it comes to circularity, we look at our hardware and IT equipment and have to make sure that we take care of that in a good way. And also to make this happen, it's very important that we have good purchasing requirements in place.
And how are you going to succeed with this ambitious ambition?
Well, in order to succeed in these areas, it's very important that you're able to measure. And then when you have a target, you can follow up that target. And then the path you are on becomes clear for everybody who is working.
The European Parliament wants to introduce a common charger for mobile phones. The idea is to reduce the amount of electronic waste and make it easier for consumers to make sustainable choices. The European Parliament has approved the resolution. The next step is that the European Commission shall present a bill for a common charger. Svenska Spel, a stately-owned company in Sweden with a revenue of 5 billion Swedish crowns, have worked ambitiously with sustainability for a long time. For example, their data center has decreased the energy output with 340 tons of carbon dioxide.
Since many years back, we've been leveraging smarter solutions by using different technology as virtualization or container-based technology to optimize server resources. Servers are used 5 to 7 years in our environment. As a part of Svenska Spel server lifecycle process, we've been since 2012 been using a service where all the hardware is either sold or otherwise decommissioned in a sustainable way.
And is there anything specific you're looking to do in the future regarding sustainability?
Yeah, we're currently looking into reusing waste heat in our newest data center, which is using free cooling instead of traditional solutions, which lowers the energy consumption and is a more eco-responsible alternative. We think this will be beneficial for the environment as well as it will lower our TCO.
The world's population will dump almost 75 million tons of electronic waste by 2030, which is 20 million tons more than we dumped last year. When it comes to electronic waste, less than 20% was recycled last year. The increased waste is partly due to the consumption of electronic products increasing at the same time as many of them have a shorter lifespan. This is shown in a report from United Nations International Telecommunication Union. The Swedish government investigates if a deposit system for mobiles and tablets would increase both the recycling and the interest of a circular economy. But there are several obstacles.
This kind of system are rather complicated. You need to identify the products and you need to make sure that imported products and products that are imported through the internet or are physically sold in the country, that it's they are all included in the system, so it's not an advantage for any of them, for example.
And can there be an impact in other countries, you think?
Yes, I believe it can. Sweden was early with the producer responsibilities for electronics 20 years ago. And after that, the European Union introduced producer responsibility for electronics. So, of course, this can be a role model for the European Union if it works well.
More news from Voister will be found on voister.se. And if you would like to keep up to date with IT news, please subscribe to our newsletter and follow us on LinkedIn. That's all from Voister News. Have a lovely day.